is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Bridgewater now. Going right back to Fant. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here in this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Mahomes' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Josh Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 31, Bridgewater on the check down. It's Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, Nixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. And the touchdown record is now all his. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Hamler now to return it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is a...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here the 32. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. Here's a diving catch right side. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Hamler now to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down at KC territory. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better.
And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Hamler now to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play fake. Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Play action now. Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now Joe Mixon. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Now McManus for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's
that is pulled in by a diving Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, Bridgewater. And that's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play calling from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
That catch good for only a couple. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On second down, Mixon, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Hill on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up. And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And going deep for Hill. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run here with Ingram, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Throwing is Bridgewater. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Mahomes now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And McManus able to put it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And they're going deep for Hill. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. And this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Now here's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
6-yard line.
Now Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Hill diving, and he's got it. Full extension. What a catch.
So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it looks like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Hamler now to return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
At their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire now off the option. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mahomes firing complete.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Past the 20.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 16-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Harrison Butker for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
There he goes, right side.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him so far.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Mahomes going to throw. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down at KC territory. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw is Bridgewater. Flush to his right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. One last shot now for Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall.